Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Dave Little, and tonight I am proud to bring you action from the 1970-71 Epic Basketball League using Action PC Basketball. Tonight's contest pits the Detroit Pistons against the Boston Celtics here from Boston Garden, live from the Dave Cave, as Boston is sitting at 6-3 in the Silver Division and in good shape for the playoff run as we head to the halfway point of the season. Detroit comes in at 3-5. They were hurt by injuries earlier in the season, but they're pretty much back at full strength now for tonight's contest, and we are delighted that you have joined us. Before I get started with tonight's game, first I would like to give a special thanks and a shout out to my good friend IDJ, who was kind enough to offer time in his interview channel here tonight, or on Tuesday night earlier this week, for an interview and just a great discussion with a very thoughtful and fun guy. So thanks to IDJ for the time tonight. Be sure to tune in to IDJ's channel every Tuesday night for another great interview with another interesting member of our YouTube live streaming community. In addition to thanking IDJ, thanks to all of you who have welcomed me into this community over the past couple of months. I'm still pretty new at this, and it has been just a wonderful bunch of guys to get to know, from Devin, the original Grognard, who helped me get rolling, to Al, Red Sox fan, who encouraged me to do this, to Ron Juggett, who is the king of the live stream in my opinion, as well as Stratomatic Delaware, the Tenacious Guys, Sports Time Machine, who I was watching earlier today, and all the other great streamers that don't want to miss out on anybody, but thanks to everybody who has been part of this community. One last warning before I get the game started. I was fighting a cold today and doing a lot of sneezing and sniffling, and hopefully the Sudafed I took a couple hours ago will get me through this broadcast, but I would hate to think that at some point in time this evening this game may be called on account of snot. But I'm going to give it a try and see where we go. As we get rolling, I do have a couple of questions for the chat room. I have been doing this at 8 o'clock on Friday nights, 8 o'clock Central Time, which is 9 o'clock Eastern Time. It's conceivable that I could go earlier if y'all would be interested in seeing me start earlier, or if you like the regular 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central Time, then we can certainly stick with that. I know people like to do things before and things after, so whatever works for the community, I'm happy to be flexible. Secondly, I know there are a lot of Celtics fans in the crowd, and so I chose the Celtics game for this week. And I'm interested to know if you want to continue to follow the teams you love, and if you have a particular team that you love that you want to see me do on the live stream, please let me know. If you want me to follow the 11-0 Milwaukee Bucks and see if they can get through a 20-game season unbeaten, if you want to see different teams that we haven't looked at yet, I am certainly game to do whatever types of games that the community would enjoy. And with that, let's get tonight's game underway between Detroit and Boston. Taking a look at the starting lineups for Boston. JoJo White is at the point, 6'3", second year out of Kansas. The All-NBA first-teamer John Havlicek, ninth year out of The Ohio State University, is at the shooting guard. He had a very rough night last time the Celtics were on the live stream, and he is looking to bounce back tonight and hopefully lead his Celtics to victory. Al Cowens, the rookie out of Florida State, Dave Cowens, the rookie out of Florida State, is the center. The veteran Don Nelson out of Iowa will be at the small forward. And Bill Dinwiddie, third year out of tiny New Mexico Highlands University, will be at the power forward for the Celtics tonight. For the Pistons, Dave Bing, who is the best player on the team, first team All-NBA in 1970-71, and among the top 50 of all-time players in the NBA, is your point guard. Dynamite Jimmy Walker is your shooting guard. Another rookie, Bob Lanier, out of St. Bonaventure University, is the center. Both Cowens and Lanier made the all-rookie team this season, and it was Cowens who garnered the Rookie of the Year honors. So it'll be an outstanding matchup of two rookie centers in tonight's game. At the small forward, we have Bob Quick, third year out of Xavier, and Terry Dissinger from Purdue University is the power forward. And with that, we are ready for action. From the Boston Garden, Cowens gathers the jump ball for Boston. And the Celtics go on the offense immediately with JoJo White looking to drive against Dave Bing. He passes it into Dinwiddie posting up. Dinwiddie short jump shot, no good. Dinwiddie gets his own rebound, puts it up and good. And the first points of the game go to Bob Dinwiddie for the Celtics. And now Detroit will possess the ball for the first time. They've got Dissinger on the low post with a good matchup. And his first shot is good. Dave, put the game on the screen. Picky. I tell you, you guys just are so demanding. You'd rather see the game than my pretty face. What can I say? And Beatles Eternally is here. D. Scott Howard is here. Uncle Ron from Retro Sports Network is here as we transition to the gameplay. Once again, as I mentioned earlier, I'm new at this, so I appreciate you guys cutting me some slack. Don Nelson is open on the post for Boston. Can they get the ball down to him? He's got Dave Bing on the switch, posting his man up. Shot is no good, tipped off the rim by Cowens and rebounded by Terry Dissinger for the Pistons. Detroit comes back on offense. They're going to work it into Dissinger again. They like that matchup, Dissinger against Dinwiddie, and Dissinger hits it again and draws the foul. How about that? Terry Dissinger has got the Pistons off to a 4-2 lead all by himself with 4 points, a rebound, and now an opportunity to convert from the free throw line. 76% free throw shooter for the regular season, but he can't get the first one to go. And JoJo White comes out with it for the Celtics. Celtics on offense now. They're going to look to Havlicek. He's their go-to guy. His jump shot from the top of the key is good. And Dave Garner, welcome to the chat room, my friend. And enjoy tonight's broadcast. Dave Bing is the man in Detroit. He's got possession out top. His pass down low to Lanier gets away and out of bounds to the Celtics. Boston now on the offense, once again with Havlicek. What's he going to do? Pick and roll with Dinwiddie, and it's stolen by Dissinger. How about that? It's going to be Dynamite Jimmy Walker coming back for Detroit. And he double dribbles, but no call. You'd think it was James Harden down there. He gets it into Quick. Quick out to Bing, into Lanier. Back over to Walker, who shoots the jump shot, cannot get it to go. Dave Cowens on the rebound for Boston. Havlicek outside, drives to the basket. Whistle, he's called for the foul on Quick on the play. And it will be one shot for Havlicek. Havlicek again had a disastrous game last time out on the stream, but he's got 3 points so far here tonight, and the Celtics now have the lead. Bing is going to call his own number for Detroit. Jump shot no good, but somebody got him on the hand, and it was Nelson. So Bing will go to the line and shoot two as the Boston crowd expresses its displeasure. Bing misses the first. Second shot rips through the net, and we are tied. Boston looking for a play. They get it to Nelson down low. He's got Jimmy Walker on his hip on the mismatch on the low post. Short jump shot, nothing but net. Give the assist to Dinwiddie on the play. Detroit's going to look down low to Lanier for the first time. He rises up, no good. Quick gets the offensive rebound for the Pistons, and he sends it back out. Detroit resets the offense. They're going to look to Jimmy Walker working outside as Dave Cowens got stuck on the switch. But Walker is down, and he is going to need to leave the ball game holding his left hand. Something in that scrum must have gotten Jimmy Walker, and he is going to miss tonight's game and a few more after that. And that's going to bring Howie Comives into the game. He'll play the point guard, and Dave Bing will move to the shooting guard as Detroit brings it inbounds. Dishinger to inbound. He's going to look down low to Lanier. They get it out to Bing on top. He drives. He loses the ball out of bounds again. And once again, it is Boston ball. ID Jester is in the chat room. Hello, ID. Welcome to tonight's ball game. We have the Celtics now working. They're going to look down inside to Dinwiddie. He's got some room on the screen and roll. But his shot is swatted away by Dishinger. Get that shot out of here. Cowens with the rebound. 20 rebounds last game against Seattle. He on the offensive board. Can he get it to go? No. Cowens lowers his shoulder, and he is called for the offensive foul. That's the first foul on Cowens. And Detroit will look to come back on offense with a chance to tie the game. Once again, Lanier is open down low. But he can't get the layup to go. Dinwiddie with the rebound for Boston. The Celtics have numbers. Boston will run with JoJo White. White to Havlicek into Cowens. Cowens lays it up and good. Well executed fast break by the Celtics. Detroit's coming back with Dave Bing. Jump shot is good. 3 points for Bing. Boston works it around to Dinwiddie down low. Working against Dishinger, and he gets the short jump shot to fall. And the Celtics are back up by 4. Detroit's coming back with Bing once again. Another jump shot. This one's no good. Don Nelson with the rebound for Boston. They're going to post Nelson up down low against the smaller Bob Quick. Nelson with the short jumper rolls around the cylinder and drops in for his 4th point of the ball game. Celtics with a balanced attack. 4 men have already scored, and they've already opened up a 6-point lead here in the opening minutes of the first quarter. Detroit's going to keep working Lanier inside. Finally, he gets one to go for his first basket of the game. Boston works the offense. They've got it to Cowens in low. He's going to try his luck against the long arms of Bob Lanier. The left-handed hook is no good. Nelson on the offensive glass with the putback. He walked with it. Shuffled his feet trying to get those puppies organized, as Bill Raftery would say. And it is Detroit's ball once again, and Don Chaney enters the game for the Celtics. Detroit's going to look once again to Bing, working against Havlicek. Kicked out of bounds by Havlicek. Detroit ball. It's going to be a tough matchup for Bing without his running mate Jimmy Walker in the backcourt. Havlicek was all defensive second team for the Celtics. All NBA second team defense in 1970-71. So Bing and Havlicek's going to be a good matchup here tonight. Dishinger will inbound for Detroit. Bing is the open man on the screen. He's got Dinwiddie against him. He goes hard to the rack, but he's stripped by JoJo White. Celtics will run. They've got 3-on-1. Long pass to JoJo White ahead to Cowens. Lays it up no good, and Bing comes out with it for Boston. Havlicek slow to get back on defense. Can the Pistons take advantage? 5-on-4. Lanier to Quick. Quick drives and rings it up for his first basket of the game, and the Pistons are back within 2. Hello, our Red Sox fan. Good to see you here tonight. And it is a fine honor for us to have you here in the chat room with us. Let's see what Boston's going to do on the offense. They've got Cowens down low with a mismatch against Howie Komives. Left-handed hook in and out. Rebound by Quick, but Quick is called for the loose ball foul, and that is his second. One shot for Dinwiddie, and Quick is going to have to leave the game for Boston to be replaced by the third-year man out of Xavier. Quick is the third-year man out of Xavier. He's being replaced by Steve Mix out of the University of Toledo. Lots of Ohio guys on this Detroit Piston team. You've got Komives out of Bowling Green State, up in Toledo area. You've got Steve Mix from Toledo proper, Bob Quick from Xavier. So lots of good Ohio boys on this Pistons team. None quite as good as the ultimate Ohio boy on the Celtics, being the All-Pro John Havlicek. Can Dinwiddie hit the free throw? Yes, he can. 5 points for Dinwiddie on the game, and the Celtics are up 3. Detroit's going to work it down to Dischinger. Short shot is up and good. 6 points for Dischinger, and he now leads all scorers, keeping the Pistons close. They're going to work it down to Cowens inside. Pump fake, left-handed hook, no good, but he is fouled by Lanier. That is 1 on Lanier. 2 shots for Cowens. Cowens, a 73% shooter. Big redhead out of Florida State. Sets himself at the line, dribbles, and drops in the first. Second is no good, rebounded by Dischinger for the Pistons. And Detroit brings the ball down with a chance to tie. Detroit works the perimeter, sets the offense. They have Bing working against Havlicek. Bing puts it on the floor, drives it into the lane, lays it up and good. And we are tied. JoJo White's going to come on the attack for Boston. He drives, lays it up and good, and he's fouled by Steve Mix. 4 fouls already on Detroit as a team. White will shoot one to see if he can put down the three-point play the old-fashioned way. 80% free throw shooter in the regular season, and he gets it to go. 3 for JoJo White, and the Celtics lead by 3. Detroit works it into Lanier. Soft pass from Komives. Posting up against Havlicek, puts it up and good. Lanier takes advantage of the mismatch, and the Pistons are back within 1. They don't like their matchups on the offensive end for the Celtics. They get the ball outside on the perimeter to Havlicek. He drives. He lays it up, no good. Lanier comes out with it for Detroit. Detroit has 3 on 3. Komives leading the break. They're going to push the pace. Lanier with a quick outlet pass. Komives drives, lays it up off the glass, no good. But Komives is fouled by Don Chaney, and he will go to the line to shoot 2. And Ken Castro has joined us in the chat room. Welcome, Ken. Enjoy the game tonight. We're midway through the first quarter, and the Celtics lead 18-17. Well-played game so far by both teams. Komives at the free throw line. Drops in the first to tie the game, as Don Nelson returns for Boston. Komives knocks down the second, and the Pistons are back out in front. Not seeing much on the first look, so they circle back. They get it to Chaney on the outside, working against Steve Mix, but he's going to send it out to Havlicek. They get it to White on the pick and roll. White settles for a short jumper off the back iron. Tough defense by Komives, and the shot is missed. Mix on the rebound. And once again, the Pistons are going to push the pace. Pistons on the break. Komives to Bing. Bing near the basket. Lays it up off the glass and in. 7 points now for Dave Bing. And the Pistons now have their biggest lead of the game, 21-18. JoJo White is the open man. Working against Komives. Steps around, gets to the basket, lays it up and good. Detroit comes back on the attack with Bing. Bing from the baseline delivers, and the Pistons go back up 3. Don Nelson has a mismatch on the low post, but he's stripped by Bing. Bing takes it away, and the Pistons have a chance to extend the lead. They're going to look inside to Lanier. Pick and roll with Komives to Bing. Back out to Komives, stolen by J.J. White. Komives telegraphed that pass, and JoJo White smartly took advantage. Don Chaney has a loose defense against Mix. He passes up the shot opportunity in favor of Havlicek. Havlicek takes the jump shot from the key, and he buries it. Bing coming back on the attack. Jump shot off the mark, but Bing draws the foul on Cowens, and that is number 2 on Dave Cowens. Bing will shoot 2, and the first one bounces around and goes in. Shooter's roll for Bing on the first. And into the game comes the legendary Hank Finkel out of the University of Dayton. As Cowens goes to the bench with 2 fouls. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Bing hits the second, and the Pistons are back up 3. Boston sets up the offense, moving from left to right on your YouTube screen. It's going to be JoJo White, the point guard, calling his own number, but Komives knocks it away, and it trickles out of bounds. The Celtics will retain possession. As a couple of frontliners come in for Detroit, and the starters go take their first rest of the evening. They've got JoJo White working against Komives again. This time he's going to put it on the floor. He pump fakes, drives the lane, off the glass, and he gets it to go. Otto Moore in the game now for Detroit on the low post, working against Hank Finkel. These guys have been battling all season. As the backup centers, Moore gets it in the low post, and another steal for JoJo White. That's his third of the game, as he is playing some stellar help side defense. Boston's going to look back to Havlicek. Sends it to Chaney, bad pass behind him, and out of bounds to Detroit. Bing has the opening for the Pistons. Outside shot guarded by Chaney, off balance, but he gets it. Towel him off, he's scorching the nets, says the Action PC broadcaster. He is taking care of business here tonight with 13 points already in the first 8 minutes of play. JoJo White again working against Komives. He drives, dishes to Finkel. Finkel's shot no good, into the hands of Otto Moore, and Finkel committed the loose ball foul on the play. Frustration foul by Finkel after that missed shot. And Otto Moore goes to the line for 1 shot for the Pistons. Moore, a poor free throw shooter, and he misses the shot. Finkel gets the rebound, and back come the Celtics. Celtics have Don Nelson working on the low post. He's got a knack for getting open inside there, but this time Komives picks his pocket, and Detroit comes back. Komives is the only open guy. He's going to work against JoJo White. Takes it into the front court, drives, passes off to Mix. No one was there. The referee was wide open, but he couldn't handle the pass, and the ball goes out of bounds to the Celtics. 3:25 to play in the first quarter. As Boston sets up the offense, Havlicek is the go-to guy. On the perimeter, he shows and goes, but he steps out of bounds. Basketball back to Detroit. The turnovers are starting to pile up for both teams now. 6 for Detroit, 7 for Boston. Bing is the open man for Detroit. Fade away from outside is no good. Hank Finkel pulls another rebound for Boston, and back come the Celtics. They work the ball around the perimeter. They've got Chaney working on the outside wing against Mix. Plenty of time on the shot clock as they continue to work the perimeter. Chaney finally takes the shot, no good. White with the rebound, and he brings it back out on top, and the Celtics will have a fresh 24-second shot clock. Once again, they look to Havlicek. He's the go-to guy. Whistle on the play, and Havlicek is fouled by Komives on the reach-in. Havlicek will get 3 to make 2 now, as the Celtics are in the bonus. Bing comes back into the game or Bing moves to point guard for Detroit. Quick enters at shooting guard. Detroit's going to have a tough time filling their minutes in the backcourt tonight after the injury to Jimmy Walker. They were already down a guy working on a 3-guard rotation, and Bob Quick is going to see some action in the backcourt as Jimmy Walker is not available. Havlicek hits the second shot, and it is a 1-point game. Quick is trying to work the post with Havlicek. Bing doesn't like the looks of that play. He's instead going to take the ball himself against JoJo White. He's cut off by Nelson. Jump shot won't go down. And Chaney comes out with the rebound for the Celtics. Celtics on the attack with JoJo White. On the wing, jump shot, all net. 9 for JoJo White, and the Celtics have regained the lead. Havlicek playing swarming defense now on Bob Quick. Quick can't get anything to happen. So Bing takes it himself. Pick and roll with Moore. Bing slips the screen, lays it up and good. 15 in the first quarter for Dave Bing. What a performance for the Pistons all-star point guard. Boston coming back. They've got Henry Finkel open down low. Moore knocks it away. Right back to Finkel, and Finkel is fouled by Moore on the play. Hank Finkel will shoot 2. 73% free throw shooter, not bad for a big man. And the first shot is good. Second shot from Finkel is no good. Rebound mix. And with just under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter, we are tied. It's going to be Bing on the attack. Working back and forth with Quick on the perimeter. They get it to Moore inside. Moore working in the post. Shot no good. Rebound Havlicek. Boston coming back to Nelson on the post. No good. Finkel on the offensive glass. He's going to put it back up. He rises up, and it's swatted away by Moore. Mixed with the rebound, and the Pistons have numbers. Here come the Detroit Pistons. Dave Bing leading the break. Hewitt ahead to Moore. Moore makes his move. He can't get it to go. Hewitt grabs the board, and it is stolen by JoJo White. That is 5 steals for JoJo White in the first quarter of basketball. Celtics have the numbers, pushing it back the other way. Havlicek's pull-up jumper is no good. Mix rebounds for Detroit. Action is wild and woolly here in the Boston Garden, but nobody can get anything done as far as getting the ball in the basket as they go back and forth. Bing outside, working the pick and roll with Moore. Moore's shot is up no good, but it's tipped in by Hewitt for Detroit, and the Pistons are back up by 2. Boston, Havlicek is the go-to guy. He passes to White. White's jumper is no good. Quick with another rebound for Detroit. And with 48 seconds to go, Bing tries to work against JoJo White, but he double dribbles. Bing is finally going to get a rest as he heads to the bench with 15 points in the first quarter. And in for Boston at the point guard is Art Williams, seeing his first action of the night. Kuberski also into the game for Boston. Havlicek is still at the shooting guard, and he's going to be the leader of the offense here. He drives. He can't get the rebound to go. Kuberski gets the rebound. Kuberski's short jumper is no good. Tipped away by Finkel. Dinwiddie keeps possession. Dinwiddie puts it back up. His short jumper won't go, and finally Quick comes away with the rebound for Detroit. The Celtics had 4 cracks at it, and they couldn't get it to go. And now Detroit has the ball with 19 seconds to play, and the shot clock is off. Detroit's going to play for the final shot. They get it to Moore inside at the buzzer. He lays it up and good. And at the end of the first quarter, it is a 4-point lead for the Pistons, 33-29. And before we get back to action, question from Ken Castro in the chat room. Is this a season replay game or one-off? And Ken, to answer your question, I am running an abbreviated season. It's going to be a 20-game regular season, followed by 3 tiers of playoffs in a relegation league system. And at the end of the game, we'll go back to the main screen and look at the standings. The Pistons and Celtics are both in the silver division. Based on their records from 1969-1970. The top 6 teams from 69-70 are in the gold division. The middle 6 teams are in the silver. And the 2 lowest teams, along with the 3 brand new franchises in 70-71, are in the bronze division. And at the end of the season, the bronze division will have playoffs. The top 2 will move up into a tier of playoffs in the silver division, and the 2 teams that come out of those playoffs will head into the gold division playoffs for the league championship. Based on the final standings of the regular season, the bottom 2 teams from the gold and silver divisions respectively will be relegated down by a division. The top 2 teams will be relegated up. And thanks once again to Bob Hansen from Bob's Tabletop Sports for letting me steal his great idea for kind of a fast play season with the relegation scheme. I like that scheme. 2 things I like about this that, as we were reflecting on the replays on our interview segment Tuesday night, 2 things I like in a replay. Number 1 is a champion, and number 2 is some legitimate, base of statistics. For the guys who play like a single season replay, I'm going to play all the games of, say the Boston Red Sox over a 162 baseball game season, and see how they do, or see if I can replicate one player's hitting streak or whatever the case may be. That's a great way for guys to do replays if they enjoy that. But I enjoy a project that has statistical leaders and a champion at the end when all is said and done. So that's why this abbreviated 20-game NBA format is to my liking. And with that, let's take a look at the first quarter box score and get back to action. So Ken, thank you for your question. Our Red Sox fans saying, "Come on, Celtics." It's not time to give up hope yet, Al. There's still 3 quarters left to play, and Boston is behind only by 2. Bing was clearly the star of the game in that first quarter with the 15 points on 6 of 9 field goal shooting, leading Detroit to a 61% performance from the field. Both teams were hurt by the turnovers. Rebounds were even. And JoJo White was the leading scorer for Boston with those 9 points to go along with 5 steals in the first quarter. Interesting, there's a little discrepancy here in the Action PC display. The actual score of the game is 33-29, which is reflected in the line score at the top and also in the statistics. But the quarter-by-quarter breakdown, that last basket at the buzzer by Detroit didn't make it on to the first quarter totals. So that's just an interesting little glitch. But let's get back to action. We'll begin the second quarter with a jump ball. Finkel controls the jump for Boston, and the Celtics will go on the attack. Havlicek has the ball on the wing. He puts it on the floor, passes it over to Dinwiddie on the baseline. Dinwiddie's shot no good. Dishinger with another rebound for the Pistons. They've got 2-on-2, so they're going to go ahead and push the pace. Detroit on the break to Quick. Pull-up jumper no good. Dinwiddie breaks away with the rebound, and it's 2-on-2 going back the other way. Art Williams working with Havlicek on the wing. Bounce pass to Havlicek, gets away, and off the court to Detroit. The Pistons gain possession after a little bit of a frenetic first sequence here in the second quarter. Otto Moore open on the block, working against Finkel. Moore shoots the jumper and gets it to go. 4 points in a row for Moore. He hit that buzzer beater at the end of the first period, and now he scores the first basket of the second quarter for Detroit. Art Williams has the ball on the point for Boston. He's being smothered by Howie Comives. So they're going to continue to work it around. They get it to Kaburski on the low post. Kaburski's going to shoot over Hewitt unloads at point blank range but can't get it to go. Quick with his 4th rebound of the game for Detroit. Detroit with the outlet pass, but Boston gets back on defense. So Detroit pulls it back out, and they'll set up at the top of the key. Comives slips away from Art Williams and sneaks in a layup. Give the assist to Hewitt on the give and go. Nice play by Hewitt and Comives to get that basket. And the Pistons now have an 8-point lead, which is the largest lead of the game for either team. Havlicek coming back for Boston. Jump shot, he can't hit. Moore outfights Finkel for the ball, but it's a loose ball foul in the scramble. And the foul is going to go against Quick for Detroit. And Quick's going to head to the bench with the 3 fouls to be replaced by Bing. 1 shot for Havlicek as that foul took place on the floor. Havlicek cannot get the free throw to go, and Hewitt comes out with it for Detroit. Comives with Detroit on an 8-0 run. Goes to the basket, barrels into Finkel, and Finkel is going to be called for the foul on the play. It'll be Comives shooting 2. He steps to the line, sizes it up, drops it in. 5 points now for Comives. And with the second one, he can't get it to go, and Finkel comes away with it for the Celtics. The Celtics work the ball around the perimeter. Once again, they're going to go to Havlicek. He steps around Dave Bing and fakes, but Bing picked his pocket from behind, and the Pistons are going to run it back the other way. Detroit with the numbers. Moore to Bing, and Bing gets the finger roll. Detroit has opened a double-digit lead behind 17 points by Dave Bing. He is showing his worth as the best player on the court here tonight. Havlicek responds by throwing it out of play. And the Celtics appear to be out of sorts here early in the second quarter as the Pistons have taken control of this one. And it's going to be Bing on the attack once again. Bing to Moore, to Dischinger, back out to Comives, to Bing on the wing. Bing on the wing shoots the 15-footer, circles the rim and out, and Dinwiddie pulls it away for Boston. Celtics are going to look to Kuberski outside. He doesn't have much going against Dischinger. He's going to look to pass. He's forced to shoot by Dischinger. Good defense by Dischinger as Kuberski's shot is an air ball and it's out of bounds to Detroit. Pistons need to have the opportunity to extend the lead here further. And they're going to go to their all-star Dave Bing. Bing on the wing, and it's a reach-in foul on Dinwiddie. And Bing will get 1 shot. Quick back into the game to give Comives a rest. As Detroit continues to circulate these 3 guards in and out. Bing hits the free throw, and the lead now for Detroit is 12. Finkel on the low post is the open man. Shoots over Moore, it spins out. Dinwiddie grabs the offensive board. Can he get the putback to go? Tough shot, rolls around the cylinder, and he gets it to go for the first points of the quarter for the Celtics. Ending a 4-minute and 38-second drought and a 12-0 run for the Pistons. The lead now is 10, and Bing has the ball out top for Detroit. Bing dishes to Dischinger, and Dischinger walks with it. And that's going to bring Bob Lanier back into the game, well rested and ready for action. Cowens comes back into the game for Boston. And it will be rookie versus rookie on the low post once again. Havlicek running the offense for the Celtics. And it's a reach-in foul on Quick. That is 4 on Bob Quick. And they cannot have Quick in this situation committing these silly little reach-in fouls on the perimeter. My goodness, Detroit coach Butch Van Bredekoud is not very happy about the performance of Bob Quick tonight with Jimmy Walker out injured. They need minutes from Quick, and they don't need silly fouls. Havlicek releases the free throw. It's good. And the Celtics have cut it to 9. That's 8 points for Havlicek. Detroit's going to attack again with Bing, and Bing throws it away. Boston ball with a chance to cut further into the lead. Coming back now. They're going to look inside to Cowens. Cowens renowned for that left-hand hook. Now he's going to go with a short jump shot, no good. But he's fouled by Hewitt. And already 5 team fouls have been called collectively between the Celtics and Pistons here in the early going in the second quarter. Cowens digs in at the line and delivers the first free throw. And he gets the second to go. The lead is down to 7 as the Celtics work their way back into the game. Bing once again is going to take control. And again he walks. Another turnover for Dave Bing and the Pistons. And JoJo White comes back into the game for Boston. And White may be the guy to give them a spark. In fact, White's going to take it himself against Bing. He gets it inside to Kaburski. Kaburski back to White for the jump shot. Nothing but net. So White brings the spark back in for the Celtics, and very quickly they've cut the lead in half. Lanier backing in against Cowens, 3 seconds. Celtics ball. Good defense by Dave Cowens on that play. Boston's coming back with Havlicek. Back to White. Back over to Havlicek. Back to White for the drive. White lays it up and good. So 4 quick points for White as he returns to the game and gives the Celtics a spark that they need to cut the lead to 3. Bing's going to drive, and it's taken away by Nelson. And back come the Celtics. JoJo White is the hot hand. He's got room up top. His jump shot is good, but it's waved off as Bing is called for the foul on the floor. And instead of a basket, it'll be a one-shot foul for JoJo White. And he can't get it to go. Bing grabs the rebound, and he travels. My goodness, Bing is having a tough stretch here in this second quarter. After a brilliant first quarter, Bing is struggling. JoJo White is the hot hand, and the Celtics are back in the game. Don Nelson on the low post gets open for Boston. He lays it up off the rim, no good. Rebound for Quick. And Detroit comes back on the offense. They're going to look inside to Lanier. Working against Cowens. Lays it up around the rim and out. But Quick grabs the offensive board for Detroit and throws it back out for a fresh 24 seconds. Detroit's going to work the ball around the perimeter. They've got Bing out on top. He's going to try and drive on White. Little finger roll, no good. White lands on his backside, no call. Good defense on the play by JoJo White, and Don Nelson pulls it away for Boston. What are the Celtics going to do? They're going to go back to Havlicek. They've scored 9 straight points since White came back into the game. Havlicek on the layup can't get it to go, but he's fouled on the way to the basket by Mix. And Havlicek will shoot a pair. Havlicek, an 82% free throw shooter on the season, gets the first to go. And Quick with the 4 fouls gets a rest for Detroit, as Komives has enough gas in the tank to play a few minutes here midway through the second quarter. Havlicek hits the second, and we're down to a 1-point game. Boston has countered the Detroit run with a run of their own, and Bob Lanier is going to try and put a stop to that. Lanier under the hoop gets in trouble on the double team, and he has to call timeout. So things not getting any better for Detroit during this stretch, as they've got 14 on the shot clock to get something off. They've been scoreless for the last 3 minutes plus. And with 13 on the shot clock, they're still looking for a shot. They finally do get it inside to Lanier working against Cowens. Can he get this one to go? He floats to the basket. Offensive foul on Lanier. Lanier tried to force the action with the shot clock running out, And Dave Cowens got the best of him that time. Celtics have a chance to take the lead. Outside, they've got Morgan on the switch against Dischinger. They don't like that matchup, so they're going to continue to work the perimeter. They get it to Nelson on the block down low. He lays it up softly, and Lanier blocks it. Rebound by Mix. Pistons have the opening to run the fast break. Bing takes it to the hoop, and he's fouled on the play by Art Williams. Number 1 on Williams, only the 3rd foul on the Celtics as a team in this quarter, as compared to 5 fouls against Boston. And Bing misses the free throw. It is a struggle for Bing here in the second quarter. And he misses the second free throw. Cowens comes out with the rebound. And the Celtics once again have the chance to go back out up in front. Boston's going to work the ball around the perimeter. Williams stops and pops. It's no good. And the ball bounces out of bounds to Detroit. They're going to look inside to Lanier once again. He can't get the jumper to go. Morgan blocks it away. Rebounded by Mix. Mix passes it back out. 13 on the shot clock. Mix in trouble with Havlicek on the defense. He gets it back over to Bing. Bing's going to put the ball on the floor, and he loses it out of bounds. A tough matchup. Tough second quarter for Dave Bing. I see a question in the chat room. Is there a safe setting you can apply to Quick? D. Scott Howard asks, and that is a thing in Stratomatic basketball. I don't know the answer to that in this game because I'm playing both offenses and I'm not playing the defenses. So that's a great question, and maybe Ron Juckett, if you're in the chat room, I don't know if you've played any defense on this game before, or if anybody knows whether there is a safe setting that can be applied to a guy with 4 fouls like Quick. The reason Quick is logging so many minutes is because he is the only backup option for the guard positions as Jimmy Walker has gone out. They've got Mix playing there out of position now, but Mix is also a little gassed. And Bing and Comives are the only true guards that Detroit has available since Jimmy Walker went down earlier in the game. So, Boston basketball, working left to right. They're going to look inside to Cowens. Cowens inside, posts up Lanier. Double pump, short jump shot, no good. Rebound by Lanier. Foul on the play on Don Nelson, scrambling for the rebound. And it'll be 1 shot for Bing. He missed his last 2. Let's see if he can get this third one to fall. And he gets it to go. Finally breaks the scoreless streak for Detroit, and the Pistons are back up by 2. Our Red Sox fan comments it's called lay off or play loose. And thank you for that. And thank you for the props guys and for the call out to hit the like button. I appreciate that. I don't know what good that does, but I try to always hit the like button, and Al, a Red Sox fan, is good to remind me to hit the like button when I come into a new room. Boston sets up the offense. Under 5 to go in the second quarter. Havlicek swings it down low to Nelson. Nelson is trapped and double teamed, and he is forced to call timeout. With 13 seconds remaining on the shot clock, Boston's going to have to set it up again and start from scratch. Morgan to inbound. The open man on the post is Cowens. Screen and roll to Cowens inside. Layup no good. Havlicek grabs the board. He pulls it back out. And it's another 24-second shot clock for the Celtics. Once again, they work it into Cowens. Left-handed hook shot is good. That left-handed hook shot was a thing of beauty for Cowens back in the day. And he hit that one over Lanier, and our game is tied. Detroit's going to look to Bing once again on the attack. He struggled, but he's still the man, and he shoots the jumper, it won't go. And Art Williams sneaks out with the rebound in traffic. And it will be another possession for Boston with a chance for the Celtics to regain the lead. They are going to look to Havlicek. His jump shot, he cannot get the shot off. He gets it into Cowens. Cowens misses his jump shot. That's 5 straight misses for Cowens, and it's Mix on the rebound. They're going to try Driscoll inside. Terry Driscoll with the short jump shot is up and good. First basket of the game for Terry Driscoll, another rookie for Detroit out of Boston College. Havlicek comes back on the attack for Boston. Elbow jump shot, nothing but net. Tie game once again, under 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. Detroit's going to work it down low to Dischinger, but Havlicek takes it away. And it is a 4-on-1 break for the Celtics and Art Williams. Williams gets it to Havlicek. Havlicek takes it all the way, lays it up and good. 14 for Havlicek, and the Celtics are up now by 2. Steve Mix has the ball inside, looking to do some work against Havlicek. He's going to try and drop it down low to Lanier. Lanier gets the one-hand runner to go, and that is 6 points, and once again we're tied on the basket by Bob Lanier. Cowens now on the post for Boston. He goes with another left-hand hook, and this one is stuffed by Lanier. Get that weak stuff out of here, says Bob Lanier. And Mix comes away with his 8th rebound for Detroit. Bing on the wing. Cut off by Cowens. Shot missed. Bing has missed 5 straight. Williams on the rebound. Boston with another fast break opportunity. Williams on the outlet. Havlicek drives, lays it up, no good. Rebounded by Williams. And the Celtics have the opportunity to reset the offense. Under 3 minutes to play now in the second quarter. And Havlicek goes to work on Steve Mix. Posting up against Mix. He gets it into Cowens. Cowens with another left-hand hook, and he buries it. Dave Cowens with 9 now, and the Celtics regain the lead. Dave Bing on the attack for Boston. Passing to Driscoll. Back to Bing for the jump shot, and he gets the bounce. 21 now for Bing. After a quiet start to the second quarter, he seems to be back on track. And once again, we have a tie ball game. Havlicek on the attack. Jump shot, nothing but net. 16 now for Havlicek. Bing coming back. Bing on the wing rises, nothing but net. Trading baskets now as we head down to the final moments of the first half. Boston looking for an opportunity to shoot. Havlicek has it outside. He's going to drive. Pick and roll with Morgan. Lanier slides over. Short jump shot by Havlicek is no good. Lanier comes out with it for Boston. Very nice help side defense there by Bob Lanier to cut off Havlicek. Will Detroit push the pace? Bing is leading the fast break. What's he going to do? Boston gets back. Lanier ahead to Bing. Bing walked. 17 turnovers now for the Pistons, and we are not even yet to halftime. And Butch Van Vredekhoff is not a happy Pistons coach with that lousy inability to take care of the basketball. Komive's back into the game for the Pistons. And JoJo White returns for Boston. He brought him a spark earlier in the quarter. Let's see if he can get it going again for the Celtics. He's going to come right into the game, and he's going to attack Komives. They get it over to Havlicek driving to the basket. He runs into Bing. He can't get the layup to go, but Bing fouled him. And Havlicek will get 3 to make 2. Hondo 6 for 7 from the line today. And he gets the first one to go. Very nice first half for John Havlicek. Second free throw is up and good. 18 now for Havlicek, and the Celtics lead by 2. Minute 44, first half remaining. It's going to be Bing on the attack once again. Working the two-man game with Moore. Bing is cut off by Cowens. Short jump shot, no good. Cowens with the rebound. Boston's going to come back with Havlicek, top of the key. Gets it over to White for the jump shot, and White buries it. White is hot as a pistol for the Celtics, and they now lead by 4. 1 minute 12 to play in the first half. Bing is still the guy on the attack, and this time he gets the jump shot to fall. Pistons back within 2. We're under a minute to go before halftime. John Havlicek with the ball outside, fouled by Hewitt. Havlicek will shoot 2. 1 in the bonus for Havlicek. The first one is good. And Havlicek now tees up his free throw, looking for his 20th point of the first half. He lines it up, and it's off the rim, no good. Rebound Driscoll. Pistons with the ball, 41 seconds to play. They've got a couple of options on offense. None of them are particularly good options, so they're going to work for a better shot. And now they've got Bing working against Nelson out on the perimeter on the switch. He drives, he's cut off by Cowens, and again misses the short jump shot. And Don Nelson with the rebound. Good team defense by the Celtics. And back comes Boston with 25 seconds to play. It's going to be Havlicek on the perimeter. Stolen by Bing. And the Pistons will have the chance for the final shot of the first half. Comives to Bing. Bing to Driscoll with the short jump shot at the buzzer, and he gets it to go. Another buzzer beater for the Pistons, and at the end of the first half, it is a 1-point ball game. A tremendous first half of play for the Pistons and the Celtics. 55-54 is your halftime score. And once again, Bing leads the scoring with 25 for Detroit. But look at those 10 turnovers for Dave Bing, an uncharacteristically bad evening of taking care of the basketball. 18 total turnovers for Detroit. Bing is guilty of 10 of them. Havlicek has 19, and he's got 6 turnovers for Boston. The leading rebounder in the game is also Havlicek Havlicek has 5 assists to lead all passers. The leading rebounder in the game off the bench is Steve Mix for Detroit. Let's take a look at the chat room. Clinton Parks, good evening. Clinton Parks, the king of shenanigans, is here in the chat room tonight. And Retro Sports Network, hitting the like button, comments, and chat interaction helps with YouTube placement. Thanks, Ron. That's good to know. And I appreciate everybody who reminds me to hit the like button when I visit the various streams that I enjoy from the folks here in the chat tonight. Everybody in the chat tonight is great streamers on their own, and it's a privilege for me to have you guys checking out tonight's ball game. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Pure Leaf Unsweetened Black Tea. Keeping my whistle wet and my broadcast. I got through the first half without any major snot attacks, and hopefully we'll get through half number 2 of this exciting ball game. And see, here's the dilemma for the Pistons. Their bench is empty. They've got Comives, the backup point guard. Walker's already out, so Quick is playing out of position at shooting guard. And Mix is having to slide over to play small forward. And these guys are getting tired quick and having to go in and out. And Quick's foul trouble is not helping matters for Detroit. On the Boston side, they're looking good fatigue-wise. And they're looking good with a 1-point lead here as we kick things off to open the third period. And it's Lanier controlling the jump for Detroit. Dischinger got off to a good start tonight. They're going to look inside to him again. Dischinger passes it down to Quick for the fall-away jumper, no good. But Havlicek got him with the body. And it will be Bob Quick shooting 2 for the Pistons. He connects on the first to tie the game. And the second one won't go down. Cowens with the rebound for Boston. Celtics coming back on offense. Nelson's open on the low post. Banging away against Mix. Strong move to the basket. He shoots, he scores. Don Nelson, an underappreciated player who turned out to be a really, really good coach after his playing days were done. What's Detroit going to do? They're going to look to Lanier on the low post. Posting up against Cowan, short jumper no good. But JoJo White fouled him, and Lanier is going to take his big feet to the free throw line for 2 shots. He drops in the first. He can tie it with the second, and he gets it to go. 8 points now for Lanier. Boston coming back. They've got Nelson on the low post again, and he's fouled by Quick on the reach-in. Another reach-in foul on Quick, and he is not helping the cause for the Pistons here with 5 fouls already in the first minute of the third quarter. Nelson can't get the free throw to go, but I think the foul on Quick is much more important in this situation as Lanier comes out with it for Detroit. They're going to try and get it into Lanier working against Havlicek. They get it to him in the paint, but he can't get the shot to go. Nelson takes the rebound for Boston. Coming back the other way, Cowens now has his opportunity for another left-handed hook, and it is good. Nice move by the big man for Boston, and the Celtics regain the lead. They're going to work it back into Lanier again. He's got Havlicek on his hip. He lays it up over Hondo, and he gets it to go. Double digits now for Lanier, and once again the ball game is tied. The option now is Havlicek for Boston. Havlicek with the jump shot, and it's good. Randy Luxembourg is in the chat room now. Got to get Lanier going. Only he and Bing are the offensive threats for the Pistons. And Randy, I don't know if you were here for the halftime stats, but Bing has 25 points and also 10 turnovers for Detroit. So indeed, they got to get some contributions out of Lanier to keep pace in this game. And it looks like Lanier is the open guy on the low post, working against Cowens. Strong move to the basket, puts it up no good, rebound Dinwiddie. Here come the Celtics, chance to extend the lead. Havlicek works against Quick, runs into Dischinger on his way to the rim, lays it up no good, but Dischinger is called for the foul. A sigh of relief on the Pistons bench as they were worried about losing Bob Quick to that foul, but the referees give the foul to Dischinger as Havlicek heads to the line. First shot is good. Second shot is also good. 23 for Havlicek. Celtics up by 4. Detroit is going to look inside to Mix on the low block, working against Dinwiddie. Mix down low. Jumper's blocked by Dinwiddie. And Dischinger comes with the offensive rebound. He lays it up in and out, but he's fouled by Cowens. That's 3 fouls on Dave Cowens. And Dischinger will go to the line to shoot some free throws. He dribbles, he sets himself. The free throw is halfway down but rolls out. And Dischinger will try to convert the second. And the second shot is good. 7 for Dischinger. And the Celtics have the ball now in a 3-point lead. Celtics looking for a shot opportunity. They've got Dinwiddie down low against Dischinger. He steps away from the basket, still not liking his offense. He's going to force the ball out to Havlicek with the shot clock running down. Havlicek gets it off the glass and good. 25 now for Havlicek, and the Celtics extend the lead. Bing is going to work against Dinwiddie outside. On the switch, jump shot goes. 27 now for Bing. And the Pistons back to within 3. Boston looking for the offense on the low post. They're going to get it inside again to Nelson. Nelson's going to shoot. And it spins out. Dischinger with the rebound. And back come the Pistons. Pistons looking for the opening. It's Bing. Bing's going to take it to the hole. He drives, lays it up. He's fouled by Dinwiddie. And Bing will shoot 2 for the Pistons. First shot is off the side of the rim, no good. Unusual for Bing. That's at least 4 misses from the free throw line tonight for the normally reliable 80% shooter, and he misses another. And it's Dinwiddie on the rebound for Boston. 9 minutes to play now in the third quarter. Dinwiddie in the tall trees unloads it. Dischinger blocks it away. Quick comes out with the rebound for Detroit, and the Pistons are going to run. Quick outlet pass. Lanier ahead to Quick. Quick lays it up and good, and Nelson got him on the arm. Already 5 team fouls against Boston here in the third quarter. So the Pistons will be in the bonus the rest of the way. And if Quick can get this one to go, it will be a tie ball game once again. Free throw's too strong. He will get the second attempt on the bonus. And that's off the rim. Dinwiddie with the rebound for Boston. Celtics maintaining a slim lead. And they're going to attack once again with Havlicek. He gets it into Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie lowers his shoulder, and he's called for the offensive foul. That is 4 on Dinwiddie. And it's going to be Kuberski coming in to replace Dinwiddie with those 4 personal fouls. Detroit basketball, trailing by 1, under 9 to play. Third quarter. They look to Lanier. Guarded by Cowens. Lanier gets it up and he gets it to go. Pistons back in the lead. Back and forth we go here in the third quarter. The man for Boston is Havlicek. His jump shot is nothing but net. He takes care of business to put the Celtics back on top. I don't know if this game has a metric to count lead changes, but we've seen a lot of them. Detroit working the ball around the perimeter. They get it to Dischinger inside against Kuberski. Dischinger puts up the short shot and he gets it to go. Very nice footwork by Dischinger on that play, and the Pistons are back out ahead. Boston works the perimeter. Kuberski shuffling down low. They can't get it to him. Cowens now on the block working against Lanier with 16 on the shot clock. He's going to send it back out to White. Back down to Cowens down low. And Cowens finally gets one to go around Lanier to put the Celtics back out ahead. They were starting to battle the shot clock on that, but Cowens kept his cool and dropped it in. Dave Bing on the attack. Works the two-man game with Quick. Topside jump shot from Bing is good. And the Pistons are back out on top. Back come the Celtics. They look to Havlicek. Havlicek drives. He kicks it out of bounds, but it was knocked away on the defensive end by Steve Mix, and it's the Celtics basketball. 12 on the shot clock. Havlicek working again against Quick. Outside he drives, collides with Lanier. He cannot get the layup to go, but the foul is called on Lanier this time. John Havlicek making things happen by putting the ball on the floor. And Havlicek is going to head back to the free throw line. 27 on the game for Havlicek, and with that free throw, he now has 28. Once again, we're tied. Havlicek sets up the second and drops it in. Celtics take the lead. Lanier in the lane drives, and he's called for the offensive foul. My goodness, a big call against Bob Lanier, and that is his 4th. Otto Moore into the game for Lanier as the Celtics catch a break. That foul could have gone either way. But it is the home team that gets the call, and Boston now has the ball back on offense with a chance to extend the lead. Kuberski open on the post. Defended by Dischinger. He unloads and he gets it to go. First basket of the game for Kuberski. Detroit brings it back. They don't like what they see. They get it to Mix down low against Morgan. Mix is going to have to take the shot, but he stepped out of bounds as he made his move, and Boston gets the ball back. Another turnover for Detroit, and that is 20. Havlicek on the attack, defended by Quick. Jump shot, nothing but net. Havlicek is heating it up, and he now leads all scorers with 31 points as the Celtics take a 5-point advantage. Detroit looking for a shot. They've got Bing working against Kuberski out on top. They're going to try and work it to Bing. 15-footer, nothing but net. 31 for Bing, and the Pistons are back to within 3. Cowens now working against Otto Moore down low. Two-man game with Havlicek. Cowens down low. Unloads at point-blank range, but it's goaltended, knocked away by Otto Moore. An obvious goaltend there on an easy put in for Cowens. And the Celtics are back up to a 5-point lead on the 15th point of the game by Dave Cowens. Bing. Attacking against White. Jump shot no good. Kaburski on the rebound. And there's a loose ball foul on Mix. Only the 4th team foul on the Pistons. So it'll just be one shot for JoJo White on the other end. White, an 80% free throw shooter, gets it to go. Celtics by 6. Tying their biggest lead of the game as Detroit brings it back with now under 6 minutes left to go in the third period. It's going to be Bing on the attack. Working the two-man game with Moore. And JoJo White once again picks his pocket. 6 steals for JoJo White on the night. They get it to Havlicek back the other way. Free throw line extended. He drains it. The Celtics are on a run, and they've opened up their biggest lead of the night. What's Bing going to do for Detroit? They pass it around, back out to Bing. Bing drives, and Cowens fouls him. Reach-in foul on Cowens. And that is 4 now on Cowens, and Cowens is going to have to leave the game. Uncharacteristically, Bing is 5 out of 10 from the free throw line today. And he can't hit the first. Second shot is good. And the lead is cut to 7. 32 points now for Bing. Boston coming back the other way. Open man on the block is Finkel. They try to get it down to him in the post, and Finkel's called for the offensive foul. That explains why he was so open. He cleared off with that left arm, and that's a turnover for the Celtics, and the ball goes back to Detroit. Just over 5 minutes to play. Bing attacking against White. Jump shot no good. Rebound Morgan. And the Celtics come back, and they're going to go with Havlicek. Havlicek on the switch, mismatch against Otto Moore, but he can't get the shot to go. JoJo White sneaks in for the rebound and passes it back out for the Celtics. They get it back to Havlicek once again. Defended by Quick outside, mid-range jump shot, he gets it to go. 33 now for Havlicek. He is lighting it up, and Boston is up by 9. Detroit has one option, and his name is Bing. His jump shot is no good, but he's fouled by Morgan. And Bing will get the 3 to make 2. And he's going to need all 3 of them the way he's been shooting at the free throw line tonight. Very uncharacteristic night for Bing. He gets the first one to go. And the second shot is good. And it's a 7-point lead now for Boston as they come back. And it's going to be Havlicek on the attack. What's he going to do? He finds Finkel posting up, and Finkel turns it around and gets nothing but net on the jump shot. Randy Luxemburg weighing in with his opinion on Hank Finkel, one of the worst backup centers of all time. What a reputation to carry with you. And the last time we had the Celtics in the broadcast, I talked about Hank Finkel and his role at the University of Dayton, where he came into Dayton just after the Flyers had had a tremendous run to win the NIT. And the center on the NIT winning Dayton team was a guy by the name of Hal Shane. Hal Shane has a very lovely niece by the name of Mrs. Sharon Little. My lovely wife Sharon, her Uncle Hal played at the University of Dayton. Played against Oscar Robertson, didn't play well, according to Uncle Hal. But Uncle Hal was part of the team that won the NIT, and when Uncle Hal graduated, his place was taken by the legendary Hank Finkel. Finkel is now guarding Otto Moore in the low post. But it's going to be Bing looking for the keys to the trigger to the offense. Bing works with Comives. Comives can't get the shot to fall, and it's a rebound for JoJo White. They're going to come back and attack with Havlicek. He's the hot hand, and he gets another 15-footer to go, and that is 16 points in the quarter for John Havlicek. He has 35 on the game, and the Celtics now have an 11-point lead, their biggest of the night. Detroit still has one option, and his name is Bing. Bing drives, lays it off the glass, and in. It's the Bing versus Havlicek show here in the third quarter, and the Celtics have pulled out in front. Boston looking for the offense. JoJo White's going to put it on the floor. Calling his own number, he floats to the basket, but he blows the layup. Comive sneaks away with the rebound for Detroit, and Detroit has the opportunity to cut into the lead on the offensive end. Quick has the ball on the low post against Chaney. He's got a little bit of space. He leans in on the opening. He can't get the shot to go, but Chaney fouled him. And Quick is going to go to the line. Nice to see Quick doing something besides committing fouls out there, says Butch Van Bredekoff. And he hits the free throw. Don Nelson back into the game for Boston. Second free throw for Quick is also good. And the lead now is 7 for Boston. Just under 3 minutes to play in the third period. They're going to stick with Havlicek. He's the hot hand. He drives around Bing and banks it up and good. 37 for Havlicek, and I have a runtime error number 6 overflow on the basketball game. So hold the phone here. Let's see what is going to happen here with this runtime error. I hope we don't lose the game. So we will restart the software and see what happens. Resume saved game. Let's see, this was Detroit at Boston. Double click to resume game. Let's see if this gets us back to where we left off. Yes, indeed. Under 3 minutes to play. Celtics up 7. So thank goodness for a restart from the save. And as Ron Juckett advises me, you can restart from the save. Thank you, Ron, for the guidance on this. And we are back in action. JoJo White working against Comives. He shoots the outside jumper, no good. Finkel on the rebound. Finkel with the putback. With a little kiss, it squirts out, and Otto Moore comes away with it for Detroit. They've got Comives on the left wing. And Finkel blocks his jump shot. Havlicek comes out with the rebound. Havlicek coming back the other way. They've got Don Nelson on the low post. He finds an opening on the pick and roll. His shot is defended by Moore, falls off the rim, and Moore comes away with the rebound. Good post defense by Moore. Detroit has some numbers. Are they going to push the pace? They do. With the fast break, Comives to Quick in the lane. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Havlicek. Just over 2 minutes to play. Finkel inside, offensive foul. That is his 4th. He is not doing the University of Dayton proud with plays like that here tonight. And it's Greg Smith into the game for Boston, seeing his first action. Smith is a pretty solid backup. And he's going to be matched up with Terry Driscoll, who is in the game for Detroit. Detroit doesn't have any good options here. As Comives takes care of the ball, he calls his own number and he drains the jump shot. Nice play by Comives to create something out of nothing, and the Pistons are within 5. JoJo White's going to attack against Steve Mix on the switch. Jump shot is good from the perimeter, and JoJo White now has 20, along with those 6 steals. He's had a very solid game for Boston. Detroit coming back. They've got Havlicek trapped on the low post against Driscoll. Driscoll loses it. He recovers it, fakes, and gets it to go. As Driscoll finally, after an awkward move, gets it to go over the smaller Havlicek. And the basket counts, and it is now a 5-point game. Havlicek now has a switch of his own. He bounces inside to Smith. Smith's shot is no good. He's fouled by Terry Driscoll. That is 5 on the Pistons, and it will be Greg Smith shooting 2. Only a 40% free throw shooter is Greg Smith. He could use 5 to make 2. His first free throw is good. Second free throw off the side of the rim, rebounded by JoJo White. White sneaks in there, grabs a offensive board off the free throw, and passes it back out to a fresh 24. Boston sets things up, 54 seconds to play in the third quarter. They've got Nelson working outside against Hewitt. Not a great matchup, so they force it over to Havlicek. He's guarded by Bing. His jump shot is too strong, and White steals another offensive rebound and passes it back out for the Celtics. Boy, White's doing all the little things tonight. Steals, offensive rebounds to go along with that 20-point game. He is having a good night for Boston. Boston continues to work the perimeter with 43 seconds to go in the period. They've got Havlicek matched up against Bing. He takes it to the rim, lays it up, no good. Chaney comes out with the rebound. 39 seconds to go in the game. Chaney's going to see if he can get the putback to go, and it's blocked by Dissinger. Havlicek with the offensive rebound. He passes it back out, and it's going to be another opportunity for the Celtics. They pass it out to the perimeter. 15 on the shot clock. Chaney working against Bing. He doesn't like that odd. He's going to look to Havlicek. Havlicek drives. Moore cuts him off. Jump shot no good. Foul by Comives. And Havlicek will go back to the free throw line for the 16th time today. And the first shot is good. Havlicek with one more plus the bonus. And the second one is good. Celtics stretch the lead back out to 8. 26 seconds to play in the period. And Detroit's going to need to make something happen. They're going to give it to Bing, working against Havlicek. Misses from 18 feet. JoJo White with another rebound. And Boston will have the last shot of the quarter. What are they going to do? They look to Havlicek outside. It's stolen by Bing, and that's the end of the period. So at the end of the third, it is an 8-point game in favor of the Celtics. And once again, my PC is fluttering here a little bit. But we do have the box score. Bing with 36. 11 turnovers now. Only one turnover in the third period as Bing started to heat it up some. And by quarter, you see in that third quarter, Bing scored 11 for Detroit. Havlicek with 18 points on the quarter for the Celtics. Bing has that 36-point game, but he's a minus 16 on the plus-minus. Lanier with the foul trouble has 12 points, but only 4 rebounds. Comive, surprisingly, is a plus 13 for Detroit, and he leads the Pistons with 5 assists to go along with 7 points. Boston, it's all about Havlicek and his 37 to go with 7 assists and 5 rebounds. 20 points for White, 7 rebounds and 6 assists, 6 steals for JoJo. He's had a very good night for the Celtics, and Bing and Havlicek have been duking it out mano a mano, but it's been JoJo White's contributions, I think, that have made a big difference for the Celtics in getting out to this lead after 3 quarters. And we go to the fourth. The Pistons trail by 8 on the road here in Boston Garden. Can they mount another run and get back into the game? That's what remains to be seen, and the fans here in Boston Garden are cheering on their hometown beloved Celtics. Boston controls the jump ball, and they come back out on offense. Williams bounces it to Havlicek. Havlicek over to Chaney, who's open, and he buries the jumper. First basket of the game for Don Chaney, and the Celtics lead is double digits. Bing has a mismatch against Greg Smith. He sets, he fires, he scores. Nice pick and roll action to get Bing open on the mismatch and get that basket. Who's open for Boston? It's not Havlicek. The open guy is Kuberski down low working against Hewitt. Kuberski can't get anything to happen. He gets it back to Havlicek for a jump shot, no good. Havlicek forced that one and mixed with his 8th rebound for Detroit. Back come the Pistons. Comives brings it into the front court. Otto Moore is the open man on the low block. He posts up on Smith. Turnaround jump shot, no good. Mix with his rebound, the 10th of the game for Mix. Can he get the pump fake and the jump shot to go? He gets it to go, and he's fouled by Williams. So Mix has the opportunity for the three-point play, and the Pistons are back to within 6 points. And with the free throw, the lead is now 5. And I'm going to take a short break to cough here and be right back. All right, we are back. Forgive the break. I'm fighting this head cold. And I'm running out of steam here, but this is a very good game with 11 minutes to play, and we're going to finish this puppy. Havlicek is going to work against Bing. 12 lead changes today. Havlicek's cut off by Moore. His shot's off the rim, no good, but he's fouled by Comives. And Havlicek will go back to the free throw line. He gets the first shot to go. And Havlicek converts on the second. 39 points for Havlicek, and the lead is now 7 for Boston. Detroit coming back. They look inside to Otto Moore. Moore down low. Jump shot no good, but he's fouled by Greg Smith. And it will be 2 shots for Moore. 55% free throw shooter on the year. And he gets the first one to go. What are the odds of that? 55%. We knew that already. Second shot, also good. 6 points now off the bench for Otto Moore, along with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And it's a 5-point game as Boston returns to the offensive end of the court. Havlicek, he's been their guy all night. Deep jump shot, no good. Chaney sneaks in for the offensive rebound, and he passes it back out. And the Celtics will reset the offense with a fresh 24. They get it to Williams on the top of the key. His jump shot is no good, and the Pistons will run. Comives on the rebound. He takes it himself. Bounce pass to Bing, and he's fouled by Chaney. That foul is called on the floor, so it'll just be 1 shot for Bing. Only 8 for 14 from the free throw line today. And he misses again. 8 for 15 now for Bing. And if he were up to his normal free throw shooting, this would be virtually a tie game. So Bing can't be happy with his performance at the free throw line tonight. Let's see what he can do on defense against Havlicek. And he forces a turnover. Pistons ball on the turnover by Havlicek. Substitutions now for the Pistons, as Bing is going to get a much needed rest. So there's no Bing and there's no Lanier. They're going to have to look elsewhere for offense. They're going to look to Hewitt on the low block. They run a pick and roll against him. Komive's outside, and that pick and roll turns out to be an illegal screen on Otto Moore. Moore with his second personal. And the ball goes back over to the Celtics. Celtics are going to set things up, taking their time, working around the perimeter. They find Havlicek. Working against Bob Quick. He misses the jump shot. That's 5 in a row. And Komives gets the rebound. Very good defense by Bob Quick. He's playing with those 5 fouls, but he's settled down and kept his team close. And a good defensive play against Havlicek that time. Quick is the open guy on the outside. And in this situation, they're going to have to let him shoot. He shoots the jump shot. Tough shot. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Havlicek. Boston coming back to the offense. Williams on the perimeter. Tipped away and out of bounds, as Komive's got a finger on it, and the Celtics will retain possession. Dishinger back into the game for the Pistons as they continue to shuttle bodies in and out. Fighting fatigue. Boston's working for a shot. Havlicek's going to put it on the floor. Only a few seconds on the shot clock. Collision with Komives. Havlicek's shot is no good, but Komives is called for the foul. Havlicek back to the foul line looking for his 40th point of the night. First shot is good, and that's 40 for Havlicek. The lead is 6. As the Pistons continue to shuffle tired guys in and out of the lineup. Havlicek gets the second one to go, and the lead is 7. Detroit's in danger here of letting this one slip away if they can't get something going. The offense doesn't look good so far. Komives is going to call his own number from out on top. He's cut off by Kaburski on the drive. He can't get the short jump shot to go. Moore gets the offensive rebound. His putback is no good. Greg Smith rebounds for Boston, and the Celtics come back the other way. Chance to extend their lead. Williams zips it to Havlicek. What's Havlicek going to do? He's going to look down low to Greg Smith on the low block. Screen and roll. Smith takes a 10-footer, and he nails it. Nice play off the bench for Greg Smith, his first basket of the night. Detroit looking for answers. They look to Bob Quick. Quick steps back. Outside jump shot no good, but he's fouled by Havlicek. And it'll be 2 shots for Bob Quick as the Pistons attempt to keep pace and not let this one get away while Bing gets his rest. Quick converts the 2 free throws. He's got 9 points now. The lead is 7 with just over 8 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Boston looking for offense. Works the ball around the perimeter, runs the offense. They get it down low to Finkel. Finkel turns, looks for the shot. Under pressure, has to call timeout. And the Celtics will reset with 13 on the shot clock. Morgan inbounds for Boston. It's deflected away, out of bounds, and Boston will maintain possession. Morgan to inbound once again. They're going to look inside to Dinwiddie. It's kicked out of bounds once again, Boston ball. So the Pistons are being stingy. And with 7.5 minutes to play, Bing comes back into the game. Lanier comes back into the game for Detroit. They are gearing up for the stretch run. And they're going to make one last chance to get back into this ball game. Chaney inbounds it for Boston. It's going to be JoJo White with the outside jump shot, and he nails it. Another clutch play for JoJo White as the Celtics now lead by 9. They're going to go right to Lanier on the low block. working against Finkel. Kicks it back out to Quick, and Quick is fouled on the perimeter by JoJo White. And that is 5 team fouls now against the Celtics. And the Pistons will be shooting in the bonus for the rest of the ball game. Quick knocks down the first one. 10 points for Quick. Double digits now. And Quick gets the second to go. And the lead is back to 7. Here come the Celtics. No messing around this time. They're going to Havlicek. He can't get the jumper to fall. Finkel on the offensive rebound. Finkel on the putback. Pump fakes. Gets it to go. 5 points for Hank Finkel, as he has not been very happy with his critics in the stands. Bing drives to the basket. Short jump shot won't go. Tapped by Quick over to Lanier. Lanier pump fakes. His 10-footer is good. They got to get Bob Lanier going if they're going to come back from this 7-point deficit. Under 7 to play now in the fourth quarter. Havlicek, outside jumper, no good. 7 straight misses for Hondo. Quick on the rebound. And Detroit's got all kinds of numbers. 4 on 1. Quick to Bing. Bing lays it up and good. And that is 40 for Dave Bing. The Celtics lead is 5. They're going to look again to Havlicek. Shoots the jump shot. Actually, they got it to Chaney. Chaney back to White, who misses. And Quick with another rebound for the Pistons. And back come the Detroit Pistons. Comives brings it into the front court. Comives is going to call his own number, working against JoJo White. He drives to the basket, cut off by Nelson. Short jump shot, no good. Finkel, the rebound for the Celtics. Havlicek to White outside. It's kicked away by Comives. Boston ball. Sometimes you want to get your hands in the passing lane. If you can't get your hands in the passing lane, get your feet in the passing lane. And that's what Comives did on that play to disrupt the action with now 6 minutes to go in the final period. Havlicek's going to get some much-needed rest. But they've got plenty of offense out there with JoJo White and Don Nelson. And it's going to be White who takes charge here. Down the lane, collides with Driscoll. Two-handed layup is good, and the foul on Driscoll. Another big play by JoJo White as he goes to the free throw line with a chance to convert a 3-point play and extend the Boston lead to 8. White converts the free throw. That's his 25th point. A big night for JoJo White alongside John Havlicek for Boston. Detroit's going to look inside to Hewitt, working against Dinwiddie. And he gets the short jump shot off the glass and good. Pistons now need a stop as Boston finds Nelson on the low block. They get it to Nelson inside. Off the rim, no good, but that draws a whistle. And it's going to be Dinwiddie on the basket interference. No basket. Dinwiddie tried for the tip in, but the ball was still in the cylinder. And so the referees whistle it off and give the ball back to the Pistons. So Detroit got one stop. Can they convert on the offensive end? Bing has the ball working against JoJo White. He drives. He's knocked down, and Wright is called for the reach-in foul. And Bing will shoot 2. They need these free throws from Bing. He's been very inconsistent at the line tonight, but he gets the first one to go. And the lead is down to 5. Havlicek back into the game after a short rest for Boston. Bing delivers the second, and the lead is now 4. Boston coming back on the offensive end with Havlicek. On the perimeter, he drives. His shot won't go. Art Williams sneaks away with the rebound for Boston. He's going to look to facilitate. He's going to look back to Havlicek. His jump shot this time is good. 43 now for Havlicek, and the Celtics lead is back to 6. Detroit moving quickly. Comive sets up the play. Calls his own number, and his jump shot is good. Under 5 to play. It's a 4-point game. Havlicek too strong. Bing with the good defensive play. Dischinger with the rebound for the Pistons. 108-104 Boston as Comives brings the ball into the front court. Once again, Comives is going to call his own number. His jump shot is no good. Defended by Williams on the play. Rebound for Morgan. And Boston has the numbers. They have the numbers, but it's Williams, Finkel, and Morgan. And Williams is smartly going to pull it back out rather than trust anything to Hank Finkel on the fast break. So Boston's going to set up. Just over 4 minutes to play now. They look to Havlicek. Fall-away jumper from outside is no good. Finkel on the rebound. And Finkel's going to kick it back out for another 24 seconds. Havlicek now in the confusion has Hewitt on him. Havlicek gets the ball outside and he double dribbled. It's Havlicek now struggling down the stretch with a clutch turnover in that situation. And he's had a couple of misses on the offensive end here in the fourth. Can Detroit capitalize? What will the Pistons do? Bing has White on him out top. Lanier is open against Cowens on the block down low. Pick and roll. Lanier flips it up, gets it to go. 16 for Lanier, and it is a 2-point game. Fans, it is Katie bar the door tonight. This is a good old-fashioned slobber knocker. JoJo White's going to call his own number, defended by Bing. Jump shot is no good, but Bing is called for the foul, and it will be 2 shots for JoJo White. White, an 80% free throw shooter, gets the first to go. More changes for the tired Pistons. White converts the second free throw, and the lead is back up to 4. What will the Pistons do? It's going to be one man is Dave Bing. He's the man. He's tough in the clutch. His layup is no good, but he's fouled by Chaney on his way to the rack. And Bing will get 3 free throws to make 2. A 10 for 17 performance from the line for Dave Bing. And we've got baseball demos in the chat room. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for smashing the like button while you're here. Wish you could stay, but this is going to be a real good last 3.5 minutes. So if you've got 15 minutes of your life to spare, we'd love to have you stay around for the finish. Dave Bing going to the free throw line. He needs these shots. He gets the first to go to cut the lead to 3. Don Nelson returns to the game for Boston as the Pistons again shuffle guys in and out. Second shot from Bing is up and good. Once again, it's a 2-point game, and the Pistons need a stop. They've got Nelson on the low block. He seems to find his way down there when the Celtics need him, and he gets the jump shot, and he tickles the short jump shot and hits it, tickles the twine, as the commentary says. 3.5 minutes to play. Celtics by 4. Lanier has Chaney on the switch, but Chaney forces him too far out from the basket. Lanier can't do anything. Bing out on top working against JoJo White. Bing drives, Bing travels. Another big turnover for Dave Bing, and that one was costly. 3 minutes to play now, just over 3 minutes. Celtics by 4 with the basketball. After the Detroit turnover, can the Pistons get another stop? They've got Don Nelson again open on the low block. Nelson seems to find his way into these tight situations, and he hits another one from down on the block, and that is 10 points for Nelson, and the lead now for the Celtics is 6. Bing coming back for Detroit. Spin move, attacks the rim, travels again. Another costly turnover for Dave Bing, as the Celtics are in position to put their foot on the throat of Detroit once and for all. I don't know if it's the fatigue factor for Bing or what it is, but Bing and Havlicek are both not playing as well in the fourth quarter as they played the rest of the game. Here's JoJo White. He hasn't lost a step. He hits another clutch jump shot. Towel him off. He's scorching the nets. And we are under 3 minutes to play, and the Celtics lead by 8. Detroit's going to look to Bob Lanier down low. Defended by Cowens. Jump shot no good. Nelson comes out with the rebound for Boston, and he is fouled by Hewitt. Actually, in the scramble, it was JoJo White who's going to end up on the free throw line after the foul against Hewitt. And White has one shot with the opportunity on the backcourt foul to extend the lead yet again. White hits the free throw. He's got 30 now on the game, and he has been the key difference maker down the stretch here for Boston. The Celtics now lead by 9 with 2.5 to play. Detroit picks up the pace on the offense. Bing drives to the basket, off the glass, and good. That helps, but Detroit really needs to do work on the defensive end if they're going to have a chance to get back into this ball game. And White buries another jump shot from the top of the key for his 32nd point, and he is unrelenting. And if they can't stop White, the Pistons are going to be out of luck and out of hope here. Bing coming back. Takes it down low against White. Jump shot is good. 48 for Bing. But the Pistons need stops. The Celtics are content to run their offense. It's fine for Boston if the Pistons just want to trade buckets down the stretch here. Boston's going to milk some clock. Down to 10 on the shot clock. They're going to look to Havlicek. Working outside against Dischinger. He drives. He gets it back from Cowens. Jump shot no good, but the foul is called on Lanier. That's 5 on Lanier, and it will be Havlicek on the line. 1:38 to play. Havlicek with a chance to extend the Celtics lead. His free throw is good. The Ohio State grad, first team All-NBA. 44 points on the night as he lines up the free throw, looking for number 45 and hoping to put this game out of reach for the Celtics. He nails it. And it's desperation time for the Pistons. They go to Bing. Outside. Pull-up jumper, nothing but net. That is 50 for Bing, and that's not enough. All those missed free throws by Dave Bing tonight. If he could have those back, he would. It's a 7-point deficit. Oh, but now Boston turns it over, and Detroit has the opportunity to cut into the lead. Detroit ball, timeout on the play. Hey, and Baseball Demos is still hanging out with us. Stratomatic Delaware, welcome to the game. We are in the final minute and a half. The Pistons are desperately trying to catch up to the Celtics. And they're going to need to work quickly. The Pistons are all fighting fatigue after an injury early in the game to Jimmy Walker has hurt their chances. It's going to be Bing with a quick shot for Detroit. Jump shot is all good. 16 points in the quarter for Bing. But Detroit desperately needs a stop. They need to get the ball back. Boston is burning the clock. And they're going to look to Cowens now with 17. Actually, they pass it back out to White on the point. Shot clock down to 16. They look to Havlicek. Havlicek outside. Jump shot no good. Fouled by Mix. Havlicek is going back to the foul line for free throw attempts number 24 and 25 on the game. Havlicek hits number 24. Can he hit number 25? Around the rim and out. 6-point game now. Still 3-possession game for the Pistons, but Havlicek has the third shot, the bonus to shoot, and he gets this one to go. 7-point lead now with under a minute to play. It's going to be Bing on the quick shot again. He drives. He tries to find Hewitt inside. Terrible pass off the court. Celtics ball. And it's a tired group of Pistons out there with 37 seconds left to play, trailing by 7. And Boston again is just going to let the clock run. 14 on the shot clock. Boston still passing it around the perimeter down to 12. It's going to be Havlicek. Outside spin move. And Bing is knocked to the floor. And that was a foul called. Who was that foul on? Somebody just fouled out of the game. And I believe it was Lanier. Lanier stepped in front of Havlicek and committed the foul. He's out of the game. And Havlicek has 2 more free throws with just 30 seconds to play. The first shot won't go down. Havlicek has played a man's game here tonight. 47 points, 9 assists. Make that 48 as he hits the second free throw. 8-point game, 30 seconds to play. Comives is going to call his own number, working against Nelson on the perimeter. He gets it inside to Mix. Mix drives the baseline. And Mix is called for the offensive foul on Don Nelson. Don Nelson with a heady play. Don Nelson was a very heady player. And the Celtics now with an 8-point lead and 9 seconds to play are just going to hold the ball and let the clock run out. JoJo White dribbles out the clock. And the game is over. So there's your final. Boston 124, Detroit 116. A very entertaining matchup tonight, as Dave Bing and John Havlicek both played out of their minds. But Bing with 7 missed free throws and 14 turnovers really counteracted the 52 points that he put up. Lanier was limited by foul trouble, only managed 16 points. Havlicek with 48 for Boston to go with 9 assists and 6 rebounds. And JoJo White was huge tonight with 32 points, 6 steals, and 7 rebounds. So Boston is your winners tonight. And thank you, everybody, for coming in tonight. Our Red Sox fan, D. Scott Howard, Stratomatic Delaware, Beatles Eternally. Ron Juckett was here for a good bit. Dave Gardner was here. Just a cast of thousands and luminaries and celebrities, every one of them. Randy Luxembourg was here, Baseball Demos, ID Jester. Just a great, great turnout. Randy Luxembourg, the king of the nicknames. Ron Juckett, Glenn Bonesteel, thanks for stopping by. I think I've hit everybody in the last hour and 54 minutes. Clinton Parks, the king of shenanigans, was here. Ken Castro stopped in. Thank you, Ken, for joining us here tonight. And thanks to everybody, anybody else who I've missed. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight to check out tonight's ball game and tonight's broadcast with the 1970-71 Boston Celtics winning over the Detroit Pistons. There's a chance that I may be here on Sunday doing the Midwest Basketball League All-Star Game. If my league mates can get the All-Star rosters together by Sunday, I'll try and come in and stream the All-Star Game for my league buddies, and I'll put it out there on the channel, and all are welcome to drop by. And thanks everybody once again for coming. Looking forward to seeing great streaming from all of you. And in the words of the great Dennis Miller, that's our show, and I am out of here.